2, 3, 4. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Swift Guitar Lessons. Today I'm sharing with you another Beatles classic. This is a reboot of my lesson on Day Tripper. I'm going to take you through the changes, the main riff, and also the guitar solo that happens over the bridge. Let's get started. Okay, we have a close look at the neck. We're getting started with our intro section. I'm going to demonstrate for you nice and slow and break it down. It's going to sound like this. With the beats, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and... Okay, so all we have there is the open E string, 3rd fret E string, to the 4th fret. So far we have. Next, my first finger is going to drape over the 2nd fret of both A and D strings and place just like that, arpeggiating kind of like a little E chord there. So we have E, 3rd fret, 4th fret, 2, 2, and that's followed by the open D string. And that's kind of the first segment of this. It's the first measure of this intro. Real slow, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and it's followed by part number 2. It's going to sound like this. This is coming in on the 2nd beat of the next measure, 2nd fret A string, then the 4th fret of the D string. Kind of helps to make a little power chord shape when you're doing this. 2, 4, back to the 2nd fret of the A, and then the open D string, and the 2nd fret of that same string. 2, 4, 2, 0, 2. Okay, putting both parts together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and... So you'll play that twice, then take the whole operation down 1 string, starting on the A string. The same exact notes, or same exact frets, but everything down 1 string. We're going to play that once, then go back to the E riff. Before launching into the verse or going into a chorus. So, that first riff goes over top of the E chord. The second riff, when we go down 1 string, that's being played over top of an A or an A7 chord. Alright, so we're going to play the E twice, the A once, back to the E before going into our chorus. Okay, so if you have your intro and verse riff down, you're ready to move on to the chorus. I'm going to have an F sharp power chord or an F sharp dominant 7. It's going to sound like this. To our intro riff. Okay, so I have an F sharp power chord, my first finger on the 2nd fret of the E string, my 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the A string. Just that chord right there is enough to get the job done, but I like to hold a dominant 7 chord, so I am barring everything on the 2nd fret, and my middle finger is on the 3rd fret of the G string. very nice little bar chord shape, and I can play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I'm going up to the 5th fret. This is an A power chord or an A dominant 7. I'm gonna do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and same shape slides down 1 fret. This is a G sharp. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then I'm down 1 string. This is a C sharp power chord, or I can do a C sharp dominant 7 just by barring the 4th fret. My 3rd finger is on the 6th fret of the D string, and my pinky on the 6th fret of the B string. Great little bar chord shape. That is a C sharp dominant 7. I'm gonna do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then down 2 frets to the B7 chord before going back into our intro riff. Let's see if we can put all that together. F sharp, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. G sharp, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And we're going down to C sharp, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And back to the B7, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and for the chorus. Okay, so you have your intro and your verse riff down. Also, you have your chorus complete. We're ready to move on to the last segment. This is our bridge section, where we're gonna be playing the same thing that we played in the intro, but in the key of B. And then over top of that B7 chord, chugging along, we're gonna go into a quick little solo. So over top of that B chord, it's gonna sound like this. One more time, real slow. All right, so I have my B major chord. I can also just do a B power chord or bar with the 3rd finger, or play my B7 chord again from the chorus. So that first little segment there, I'm playing 5th fret of the A string to the 6th fret. Then I'm playing with my 1st finger the D string 4th fret and the G string 4th fret. So far we have. Next, I'm going to go to the 2nd fret of the G string before reaching with my middle finger, bit of a stretch, to the 4th fret of the D string. Then my pinky's going to stretch all the way out over here to the 6th fret, back to the, and that's 6th fret of the G string, by the way, back to the D string 4th fret, and then to the 2nd fret of the G string, and complete here, 4th fret G. So we have the chord, the power chord B, 5, 6, D string 4, G string 4, 2nd fret G, 4th fret of the D string, stretching with the pinky, 6th fret G, back to the 4th fret D, 2nd fret G, and then the 4th fret of the G string. So we're gonna play that 3 times. But on the 4th time, we're gonna hit that B7 chord. I'm gonna play it up here though, on the 7th fret. 2 strums there before getting into this great little solo section. Okay, getting started with our solo section now. This is our last little thing that we need to go over. It starts off with that B dominant 7 chord. It's the same thing we played here earlier, but on the 7th fret, barring the 7th fret, my 3rd finger on the 9th fret of the A string, my middle finger on the 8th fret of the G string. I'm gonna play. Then I'm gonna play the 7th fret of the G string, and then the 9th fret of the D. I'm gonna do a little bend when I play that G string 7th fret. Dun, dun. Then we're gonna play 7th fret, 9th fret, and bend that G string 9th fret up about a whole step. The pinky's gonna grab a hold of the 10th fret of the B string, and then we're gonna bend down on that 9th fret G string. strum, strum, 7, bend there a little bit to the 9th fret, then back to 7, 9, bend, pinky grabs a hold of the 10th fret. All right, we're going down on that bend. Strum. Next, I'm going to go up to the 12th fret of the B string, and we're going to play a little lick here that sounds like this. So there I played 12, 12, 10th fret of the high E string, back to the 12th fret, then we're going to play the 10th fret of the high E string, 12th fret, and then we're going to bend up. So there's a bend, return to 12th fret, the 10th fret of the high E string, and a heavy vibrato on the 12th fret of the B string. So far we have. Then the next part gets a little muddled in the mix. It's very difficult to hear, but what it sounds like, he's just kind of doing the 4th fret of the G string and the B string open. Just like that, very simple, but kind of like a grindy little riff, and that's something that you see pretty regularly in Beatles guitar solos like Taxman, really rough, searing guitar solos. So the whole solo will sound like this. Alright everyone, thanks so much for checking out this lesson on the Beatles Day Tripper. I got plenty more videos coming up, so keep checking back. For the beginner guitar players out there in the greater Philadelphia area, I do have another Intro to Guitar class happening January 4th in Center City. You can find all the information for that class at phillyguitarclass.com, and if you want to save on your enrollment, use our promo code PhillyRocks. But until then, I'm Rob at Swift Guitar Lessons in Philadelphia saying happy picking.